Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. So for today's layout, I'll be showing you how I use the July Kiwi Club Kit. And that's all I'm using. I will be scrapping this picture of my son while he was in the military. And as you can see, I'm using the red paper, and I would say I probably cut that down to about 8 inches. And I am going to map my photo. And formatting my photos, I am not really particular if they're perfectly straight. Usually using the big shears makes it a little easier to get clean, crisp lines. So I'm planning on using this tag that came in the kit, and it says a soldier doesn't fight because he hates what is in front of him. He fights because he loves what he left behind. And although he's not in the military anymore, I felt that this was very true, and definitely wanted to use that in my kit. I mean, in my layout. Sorry about that. So I've been out for a little bit, and it's been a very busy couple of months, but I made this layout a while ago. I just never had a chance to do the voiceover. So that's why it's a little behind. I'm using Statue of Liberty to cut out of these where it has all the states. And I live in Jersey, so I have the privilege of seeing the Statue of Liberty maybe really whenever I want. We don't live far from it. I would say about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes away. So sometimes you take it for granted because it's right there, and it's such a huge symbol in our country. And I definitely wanted to use this as well in my layout. So just to mention, the red paper, I cut it at about 8 3/4, and eventually you will see me use the blue fireworks one, and that one I cut down to 7 3/4. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you that you can use a Kiwi club kit and not have anything else and still get a beautiful layout. Like that, the only thing other than what was in the kit that I used were 4 thickers, and that was just to spell out my title. So I am auditioning this one template, but I don't end up using it. So I think right now I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to use to break up, and I end up using this firework paper as you see here. So now I'm going to start gluing everything down, and I'm using my ATG tape runner or tape glider, and I end up with my paper with the stripes to the side. And I was planning on doing it like I was looking at this white lighter colored paper, but I really liked the way the stripes looked, and I felt that the red was enough to break it up so it wasn't too busy. I'm popping up my Statue of Liberty with some fun foam, and I just purchased this at Walmart. And I'm just going to cut some thin strips so I can cover or support the majority of this template, or die cut out. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so my statue's cut up. It's ready to be everything to be adhered down, and now I'm going to center my main part of the layout of my background. And sorry for my head being stuck in there. And once again, I'm trying to center it. So now that I'm back on schedule, I'm trying to get back on schedule. I will be releasing videos Tuesdays, Fridays, and more than likely every Saturday. I'm still trying to work out the Saturday video. They won't all be Kiwi Lane videos. I do also like to do mixed media. So some layouts, it just depends on what I'm feeling. And I have a lot in my arsenal that just needs voiceover, so hopefully I can get myself together and everything, uploaded and ready to go. So I'm cutting out these 3 stars, which I end up cutting out 4 of them from this. It's like a light yellow paper from the kit, and I thought it would be a perfect decor or ephemera to go on my layout, and I will pop them up. I do really like how this layout turned out. It was so simple. I am erasing my pencil marks because I did notice them, and the paper was so light that I just didn't want it to show. So if you're not a Kiwi Club subscriber or Club Kit subscriber, really consider it. They have great paper quality, excellent template choices. For the most part, I have yet to see a kit that you can't create multiple layouts from with just what's in the kit. Definitely very versatile. So much, you can use it for so many things, and this paper I thought was perfect to showcase my soldier boy. So now I'm just moving things around, and think about now I decide that I'm going to pop everything up, pop the stars up, and as I glue everything down is when I realize that I am going to cut a 4th star. And let's see, I am looking through the cards and the paper, and I see this paper, and I decide that I want to create a like a border around that soldier card. So I just traced it, and then I just cut about 1/8 of an inch away from the line so that it would create the nice border around the card. So at this point, I'm looking for other papers to use to mat my photo, and I figured that the red would definitely work. It wasn't cut straight, so now I'm just straightening it up, and I'm going to cut my paper down to create a small 1/8 of an inch border around the picture. I do end up using some art glitter glue, which I have in one of those fine line bottles, just to make sure that everything is stuck down. And here I'm just going to hold it down for a second just so that it catches and glues down. And I am going to tuck my little sentiment card there right behind the Statue of Liberty. But at first I'm thinking I want another color on the edge, and then I decide that it's good enough the way it looks. But that takes me probably a minute to figure it out. I really love that card, the one that has the United States on it, but I end up not using it. So now I'm going to probably cut out, yep, I do, from this tag, I'm going to cut out this from this yellow scrap. And this too came in the kit, and I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put this, and it does end up staying there, but I actually flip it so that it's pointing towards the Statue of Liberty, and I'm sure you'll see that in a second. And I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do, and that's when I decide to cut out these little chevrons, and I will cut them out of different papers and glue them onto that tag. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. That really helps out with showing my content to other people that might be looking for Kiwi Lane. And if you'd like to, if you like the video, that also helps keep it up where it's more visible. And I really do appreciate that. So I just continue. This is where I realize that I need another star. So I'm going to cut my fourth star, and I feel like that definitely helps tie in and I thought I was going to put it there, and I end up moving it. So I do apologize for the all over the place, but this is actually a layout that I created without even planning ahead of time. It just came together, and I really love the way it turned out. So that fourth star ends up actually not going there. You'll see in a second that it actually ends up next to the sentiment. And I'm going to glue this right down. But then I do realize that I need 2 more of those little chevrons. So I think that's probably what I'm looking for right now for paper in other colors, so that I can fill in that arrow. And actually the star doesn't look bad there. I wish I would have left it there, but kind of is what it is, right? So that's actually where it ends up living, right there. And I'm going to commit, and I'm going to glue everything down. And so I have my 4 stars, and here's where I decide to add a couple more of these chevrons. So for those of you, I'm sure some of you know my story. My youngest was in the Army, and he loved serving our country and really planned on it being his career choice. But unfortunately, he was injured while he was deployed to the Middle East, and it basically ended his career. And this October, it'll be a year that he's been home. And he's doing very well, and I'm very proud of all his accomplishments. And now it's very hard for me to get pictures of him since he lives with me, so he refuses to take pictures. So I gotta scrap what I have, and yeah. So this is my layout. This is basically the end, other than me adding a small card under that tag under the picture. This is the only thing I end up using out that's not Kiwi Lane, which is my title, and I named this layout Hero. And you'll quickly see me journal, and I write, "I am proud of you every single day. You are confident, strong, intelligent. You are my hero." So this is coming to the end of the video, and make sure to stick to the end. I'll have close-ups of the layout. I really appreciate you sticking by, even though I haven't been around for a bit. It's been a crazy month, and I am sure that I'll add a little more info as we go along. Thanks a lot for watching, and you guys all have a great night.